Welcome back to Scent Analysis. So Lattafa went and dropped 4 different versions of their mega hit Asad, and it's left everyone asking one simple question. Which one is actually the best? I get this question all the time, so today we're going to finally settle it. I bought all for the original Asad, the new Asad Elixir, Asad Bourbon, and Asad Zanzibar, and after weeks of wearing each one and putting them to the test, I am ready to rank them from worst to best and crown the undisputed king. This is the definitive guide. Come to the conclusion and let's figure out which bottle deserves your money. If you are ready to find the ultimate Asad, don't forget to like and subscribe for more sensational content. Let's get into it. The ranking begins number 4. Alright, kicking things off at number 4 is Lattafa Asad Zanzibar. Now let me be clear, just because it's at the bottom doesn't mean it's a bad fragrance. In a lineup this strong, something has to be last. Zanzibar is the odd one out, taking a wild detour from the line's spicy DNA. While the original is a woody beast, Zanzibar tries to be a tropical summer scent, and the result is, well, it's polarizing. Let's talk scent. The presentation is gorgeous, with a vibrant blue bottle that screams aquatic and fresh. The scent itself, though, is a bit of a confusing mix. The official notes are built around coconut water, iris, salt, vanilla, and incense. But on my skin, the opening is a blast of synthetic coconut and a sharp, salty accord that some people also say has hints of lavender and pepper. Now, some people get a juicy, sweet pineapple vibe from this, which sounds amazing. I, however, get a very powdery, almost creamy quality that can be a bit jarring. One reviewer even said the opening reminded them of a dairy product going bad, which, while harsh, really points to that unusual creamy, sour note some people pick up. The dry down is where it saves itself. It settles into a much softer, more pleasant blend of iris, vanilla, and that lingering salty coconut. It's definitely unique, and you have to give it points for not being a direct clone of anything. Now for performance, and this is where Zanzibar gets really confusing. Reviews are all over the place. Some people report a monstrous 10 plus hours of longevity, calling it a powerhouse. I do agree with this, and I am in this camp. Others found it disappointing, lasting only about 5 to 6 hours with projection that vanishes. After the first hour, a lot of people have pointed out that this fragrance needs time to macerate, basically, to mature in the bottle to smooth out that opening and boost its performance. So, who's this for? Asad Zanzibar is for the adventurous type who wants a unique summer scent. If you love coconut, salty, and powdery fragrances, and you're okay with a risky opening, you might just love this. It gets compared loosely to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Parfum because of the coconut and vanilla, but it's really its own thing. Even though I ranked it at number 4, I genuinely like this fragrance and have personal memories attached to it. My dad still loves this fragrance, and that makes it special for me. While it may not be a crowd favorite, I set my personal emotions aside and evaluated it from a general, unbiased perspective. It's a fragrance with a bit of an identity crisis, the weird cousin of the Asad family. Third ranking, the respected original. Coming in at number 3 is the original, the one that started it all, the original Lattafa Asad. Released back in 2021, this scent made huge waves because it was one of the first and best takes on the Dior Sauvage Elixir DNA for a fraction of the price. Even years later, it's still incredibly popular. Let's break down the scent. This is a spicy, woody, and aromatic fragrance that has a classic barbershop feel with a modern kick. While people call it a Sauvage Elixir clone, it's more like a successful inspiration. It captures the vibe of Sauvage Elixir but tones down the aggression to make it more wearable. Where Sauvage Elixir hits you with a sharp grapefruit and licorice, Asad is a bit sweeter, smoother, and leans more into pepper and warm spices. The dry down is fantastic, blending vanilla and amber to give it a subtle sweetness that balances out all that spice. It just smells masculine, confident, and put together. It's about 80% similar to Sauvage Elixir in the air, but up close, you can tell the difference in quality and smoothness. Performance has always been Asad's strong suit. It's a rockstar performer, borderline beast mode. On my skin, I consistently get 8 to 9 hours of longevity with strong projection for the first couple of hours. It's not quite the 12 plus hour marathon that the real Dior Sauvage Elixir is, but for a fragrance that costs about $20 to $30, the performance is absolutely insane. As for versatility, Asad is a cold weather champion. It's perfect for fall, winter, and any evening you want to project confidence. It's a little too heavy for a hot summer day, but you can definitely pull it off on a cooler night. So why does Asad by Lattafa take the number 3 spot? I actually wanted to put it at number 2. It's strong, it performs well, and it delivers great value. But at the end of the day, it's a clone and not a fully original composition. The original Asad is a fantastic fragrance and an amazing value, but it just set the stage for even better things to come. The crowd-pleasing contender, number 2. Grabbing the silver medal at a very strong number 2, we have Lattafa Asad Bourbon. This one takes the Asad line in a totally different direction. It is much more mainstream and an absolute crowd pleaser. While the original is a spicy beast, Bourbon is a warm, sweet, and seductive gourmand that fits right in with today's most popular designer scents. Let's get into the scent. The name Bourbon is a little misleading. Don't expect a boozy, whiskey-soaked fragrance. This is in the same family as scents like Azzaro's The Most Wanted or Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense. It's not a direct clone of any one of them, but it perfectly captures that popular style of a sweet, spicy, ambery fragrance. You get notes of pink pepper, cacao, nutmeg, and a beautiful bourbon vanilla. On my skin, it opens with a little spice, but it quickly settles into a heart of warm, slightly dusty cacao and a creamy, indulgent vanilla. It has this beautiful warmth that's incredibly inviting and almost edible. It's sweet, but a woody vetiver note in the base keeps it from getting sickly. It's modern, charismatic, and just smells fantastic. Performance-wise, Asad Bourbon holds its ground. Community feedback points to 6 to 8 hours of longevity, but in my personal testing, I got around for 6 hours. That said, projection is solid. This is the kind of scent people will notice and compliment. This brings us to versatility. Asad Bourbon is easily the most versatile fragrance in the entire lineup. It's an absolute superstar for fall and winter date nights, but because it's so mass appealing, you could easily wear it on cooler spring days or summer nights. When it comes to choosing between Asad Bourbon and Asad Elixir, I have already covered both in separate detailed videos. But to complete the ranking here, let's go over it briefly. Okay, before we get to the number 1 spot, the king of the Asad line, I want to hear from you. Which Lattafa Asad is your favorite? Do you agree with my ranking? Drop your experience in the comments and cast your vote in the poll below. I love learning from the community. Now let's crown the winner. Conclusion, the undisputed king number 1, and that brings us to my number 1, the undisputed king of the entire Lattafa Asad collection, the new Asad Elixir. This is hands down the best Asad ever. Period. So what does it smell like? Asad Elixir is a deep, smoky, and resinous amber spicy fragrance. This is Lattafa's take on beloved Boss Bottled Absolute, and man, they did an incredible job. People argue about how close it is. Some say it's a clone in the dry down, others see less resemblance, but everyone agrees it's in the same ballpark. To me, it opens with a sharp crackle of pink pepper and saffron, but where it really shines is in the dry down. It develops into this luxurious and addictive blend of smoky tobacco, warm vanilla, and deep resinous frankincense. It's dark, masculine, elegant, and just incredibly sexy. It still has a tiny hint of the original Asad's DNA, but it mostly does its own thing, focusing on a rich, smoky, and slightly sweet profile that is just intoxicating. The performance, like the Elixir name suggests, is built to last. It delivers a strong 8 hours on skin and will last over 10 hours on clothes. The projection is moderate to strong, creating a confident scent bubble around you that gets attention without being obnoxious. It feels and performs like a much more expensive niche fragrance. This is not your everyday, run-to-the-grocery-store scent. Asad Elixir is made for cooler weather, especially fall and winter nights. It's the perfect choice for special occasions, formal events, or date nights when you want to make a bold, memorable impression. It's a statement fragrance for someone who wants to smell powerful and refined. So to wrap it all up, in fourth, the polarizing tropical experiment, Asad Zanzibar. In third, the iconic original Asad, a brilliant and affordable take on a designer classic. In second, the versatile crowd pleaser, Asad Bourbon. And finally, the number one best fragrance in the line, the rich, sophisticated, and powerful Asad Elixir. If you're trying to decide which one to buy, here's my final advice. If you want a safe, mass-appealing sweet scent, get Asad Bourbon. If you want a more affordable and wearable version of Dior Sauvage Elixir, the original Asad is a no-brainer. But if you want the best of the best, the most luxurious, complex, and captivating fragrance of the four, the answer is, without a doubt, Asad Elixir. It's a masterpiece for the price and the true king of this lineup. Don't forget to check out the 1-to-1 comparison between Asad Elixir and Asad Bourbon. And let me know in the comments which fragrance you'd like me to compare next.